Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, February 3rd, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 739 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Myanmar coup, China blocks UN condemnation as protest grows. Biden's team is reportedly surprised Republicans don't see the political upsides of backing a big COVID-19 bill. Their goal is to destroy everyone. Uyghur camp detainees allege systematic rape. No Senate Republicans voted to advance the stimulus package that'll give most Americans $1,400 one-time checks. Capitol riot suspect asks courts permission to vacation in Mexico, and gets it. Inside the life of the world's richest man, Jeff Bezos, his $400 million real estate portfolio and 400,000-acre ranch. Rapper Ozzy Marcus' brother arrested after live streaming with two women's bodies. Pelosi announces protective measures for members of Congress traveling to and from D.C. Newsmax anchor begs producers to get out of train wreck Mike Lindell interview. A man is accused of stabbing someone during a face mask dispute and then trying to hit cops with baseball bats. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Myanmar's Aung San Suu Kyi remanded in custody following coup, CNN. GameStop climbs 11% in volatile pre-market trade as Reddit traders dig in, CNBC. Jimmy Kimmel warns Melania Marjorie Taylor Greene is coming for Trump, The Daily Beast. AstraZeneca vaccine can slow the spread of COVID and delayed second dose works, Oxford data shows, CNBC. COVID-19, 0.54% of hospital staff got the virus 1-10 days after vaccination, The Jerusalem Post. Jeff Bezos stepped down as Amazon CEO and the gags came quicker than a Prime package, HuffPost. PS5 shipped 4.5 million units in 2020, matches PS4's launch, IGN. Italy looks to Mario Draghi to solve crisis, to delight of pro-EU politicians, The New York Times. WHO team visits high-security Wuhan virus lab at center of speculation, Fox News. Trump appointees to Pentagon boards blocked by Biden defense chief, reports, Fox News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Congress could finally make life better for parents, if it doesn't blow it. A comparison of the 5 leading COVID-19 vaccines. The best nacho cheese, is it made with Velveeta, roux or plain melted cheese? 39 relatable tweets about being in a long-distance relationship. Self-care is hard to come by as a parent right now, do it anyway. 10 years after awkward black girl, Issa Rae reflects on the table she's built. Can facial massage sculpt you a better face or is it total BS? 14 ridiculously easy snack mixes to make for the Super Bowl. Everything you should see from this year's Sundance Film Festival. Carrying Betsy DeVos torch, more states push voucher programs. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Elkhart Museum offering virtual photo care class. 91-year-old and 92-year-old best friend survive COVID-19. Near dead dog abandoned now trying to walk. Residents on hook for thousands after hail damage. Restaurant owner helps vendors, feeds homeless. Family gets COVID-19 twice. Teacher creates Chiefs art from household items. Texas DPS accidentally pushes Amber Alert for Chucky doll. Group tries to return veteran memorabilia left behind. Third Maryland child under age 10 dies of COVID-19. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. After coup, Myanmar military charges Aung San Suu Kyi with obscure infraction. Golden Globes 2021 nominations, what to expect, predictions. Please, give me back my daughter. In rare public statement, congressional aides call for Trump's conviction. The AstraZeneca vaccine is shown to drastically cut transmission of the virus. Why I still want a Tom Brady Super Bowl victory. After the storm, New York digs its way out. In the Ozarks, the pandemic threatens a fragile musical tradition. The QAnon delusion has not loosened its grip. Biden administration faces backlog of 380,000 waiting to immigrate. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Senator Rick Scott, Biden's big government approach, here's how he'll hurt businesses, workers, families. Rihanna draws attention to India's months-long farmers' protest amid report of internet blackout. Coca-Cola's iconic Super Bowl commercial with Mean Joe Green took days to film, and for this silly reason. 10 most memorable Super Bowl national anthem performances. Last Man Standing sees Tim Allen's Mike Baxter butt heads with Jay Leno's Joe. FBI agent slings in Florida draw Biden's grief, a hell of a price to pay. Burmese doctors stop working amid COVID-19 outbreak to protest coup, report. Super Bowl sweets, 5 desserts to serve during the big game. Man wakes up from 11-month coma, as family weighs how to explain pandemic to him, report. As Biden focuses on policy, are we secretly missing the Trump drama? You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Police investigating whether Nazi, convict Trump graffiti on supporters' business was hate crime. Twitter yanks official MyPillow account 1 week after removing CEO Mike Lindell's. Amber Alert mistakenly sent out for Chucky doll of Child's Play horror films. CBS Sports set to air 7 hours of pre-game coverage for Super Bowl LV across TV, streaming platforms. Love doesn't die, people do. Chris Kyle's widow remembers American Sniper on 8th anniversary of death. Tom Brady explains why he sought out Patrick Mahomes after 2018 AFC Championship game. Rob Gronkowski tricking Buccaneers training staff adds some life to a Super Bowl week. High school basketball coach gives one of his players the shoes off of his feet during game. Stimulus check, will GOP counter-offer affect Biden's $1.9 trillion relief package? Buffalo Bills home in the Silence of the Lambs sold. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Ex-Sugar Hut boss Mick Norcross, 57, was found hanged in basement. Photos show Nazi SS troops rounding up Jewish men, women and children following the 1943 Warsaw Uprising. Doctor reveals the exact amount of skincare products you should use, and it might surprise you. Scottish care home where 19 residents died in COVID outbreak is slammed by watchdog. Feline upstaged, cat gets stuck in curtain behind student. Tracy Cox reveals why serial cheaters don't change their spots. Price tag on Versace 765 crystal-studded travel mug raises eyebrows. Labor patriotic rebranding plan to win back red wall voters. Riot officers chase man around trampoline as they hunt suspect who threw petrol bomb near synagogue. Look at the size of it. Shocking moment 14 feet snake is found by Scottish pub. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Mexican police were involved in massacre that killed Guatemalan migrants, prosecutors say. Myanmar's coup and the waning of an Obama-Biden legacy. India hits back at Rihanna, Greta Thunberg and other celebrities after they support farmer protests. Live updates. AstraZeneca vaccine shows strong effect against coronavirus with just one dose, while new study reveals worryingly stealthy variants. Taliban on diplomatic blitz after Afghan peace talks stall. Stuck between the pandemic and politics, some countries ban rivals' vaccines. China's defense lawyers run into a brick wall, the order came from high up. Myanmar coup sparked resistance, with boycotts, noise and digital activism. Malawi setting up field hospitals to cope with virus surge. China arrests suspects in fake COVID-19 vaccine ring. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Republicans clash over futures of Marjorie Taylor Greene and Liz Cheney. Live updates. Coronavirus live news. WHO team visits Wuhan lab. COVID antibodies protect survivors for 6 months. Colleen Echo Hawk aims to be Seattle's first Indigenous mayor. We have to find ways to change. Global stocks and oil prices rise amid stimulus and vaccine optimism. Business Live. Malaysian fugitive try to buy golden passport to EU, report says. Myanmar coup, Aung San Suu Kyi charged as civil disobedience grows. Mariah Carey sued by sister Allison for emotional distress arising from memoir. They came at night, how a Spanish crew shot an alternative Dracula after Bela Lugosi had gone to bed. Colombia's forgotten ex-guerrilla still waiting for peace dividend. The AIDS Angel, how Ruth Coker Burks comforted dying gay men. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Denmark to develop digital passport proving vaccinations. Golden Globes nominations could belong to Netflix. Biden pays respects as fallen Capitol Police officer Brian Sicknick lies in honor. 2 California supermarkets closing after city orders pay hike. Jeff Bezos to step down as Amazon CEO, become chair of the board. 2 FBI agents gunned down while serving warrant are identified. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. What is happening in Myanmar and why? Myanmar coup, detained Aung San Suu Kyi faces charges. Morgan Wallen, U.S. radio stations drop country star over racial slur. Perth bushfire, evacuations as dozens of homes destroyed. Golden Globes 2021, 6 things to look out for in the nominations. Farmers protest, India says Rihanna tweet irresponsible. Jeff Bezos to step down as Amazon chief executive. Eric Trump blasts Scottish MPs over wealth debate. COVID, Australian MPs clash in hallway over misinformation. Impeachment, House lays out case against Trump. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. SpaceX Starship test ends in fiery crash landing. Biopic pick, Youngblood. Biopic pick, David Guetta. Biopic pick, Sophie Ellis-Bextor. AP Top Stories February 3rd. Oldman on Fincher's many takes, I'm there to serve. Puppy Bowl goes ahead with COVID protocols. Nan Fu Wang, COVID outbreak in the U.S. has shocked me. Snowy owl seen in Central Park after 130 years, a rare spotting of an unpredictable Arctic bird. Los Angeles Police Department vows immediate arrests for vaccine protesters at Dodger Stadium, National Park Service to require masks, latest COVID-19 updates. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Magnitude 3.7 quake strikes near El Centro, California. How to get your first and second COVID-19 vaccine doses in San Bernardino County. 3 injured in explosion that sparked brush fire in Valencia. Los Angeles Police Department union leaders cut deal to avoid layoffs, delaying pay increases until 2023. California needs more COVID-19 vaccine, but areas like LA are actually getting less. $4 isn't much. Closure of Ralph's over COVID-19 hero pay angers shoppers, employees. Los Angeles Police Department vows arrests if protesters again disrupt Dodger Stadium vaccine site. Got a COVID-19 vaccine? You still need a mask to visit downtown Disneyland. Preschool's pet tortoise beaten, stabbed but is recovering. Hazard pay for grocery workers gets a big boost from LA, but big chains are pushing back. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. German nun sold orphaned children to sexual predators. In India, angry farmer dumps 10 quintals of cauliflower on road after traders offer Rs $1.01 per kg for it. Police find woman in boot trunk of car after truck driver spotted a hand waving through broken tail light. Google to pay $3.8 million over alleged discrimination against women, Asians. China blocks UN condemnation of Myanmar coup. Rihanna and Greta Thunberg speak up for farmers' protest, face vicious troll attack. World's largest iceberg shatters into a dozen pieces. Russia, protests erupt over Navalny prison sentencing. No more media people will enter, police bar entry to journalists at farmers' protest site in India. China bans children from using mobile phones at school. Russia, mass detentions after Putin critic Navalny jailed. Protests across Russia demand the release of Putin foe Alexei Navalny. It's a perfect storm. A shipping container crisis has upended the global food trade. India farmer protests, wildlife fortification to protect Delhi, iron nails, rods, barbed wire, boulders and makeshift walls are being used to barricade Delhi's borders against thousands of protesting farmers. Ukraine finally bans 3 free air TV channels. 112, UK Reina, News 1 and SIG for spreading anti-Ukrainian propaganda and Russian disinformation. The next headlines are from Forbes. Reports, Manhattan delays prosecuting Steve Bannon for border wall fraud after Trump's last-minute pardon in federal case. FC Barcelona vs Granada preview, team news and starting lineup. New brand to know, Veranada. Behind the cams gates, rape and sexual violence against Dwyer women. Colorado Rockies owner Dick Monfort says losing DJ LeMahieu was a mistake and confirms what the Yankees know. Does Subway serve fake tuna? Here is what this lawsuit alleges. Sundance 2020, Judas and the Black Messiah is a must-see look at a deep betrayal and political assassination. 5 takeaways from Amazon earnings as Jeff Bezos to step down as CEO. ITZY, Twice, Luna, G, Idol and Red Velvet, the K-pop girl groups that could break in America in 2021. White could be the new black for big oil. The next headlines are from Nature.com. COVID's mental health toll, how scientists are tracking a surge in depression. Single-shot COVID vaccine, huge LGBTQ survey and coronavirus death risk. The key to social change, free will on trial, and an astrophysicist on a visit from extraterrestrials, books in brief. Author correction, innervation of thermogenic adipose tissue via a quercetin 3bs100b axis. 5 reasons why researchers should learn to love the command line. Rethink how we plan research to shrink COVID health disparities. Coronavirus is in the air, there's too much focus on surfaces. Vaccine sprint predicted a decade ago. Open access pay-for-review option, ethical question. COVID-19 vaccines, call for global push to maintain efficacy. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,683,647,838 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Indian government muzzles Twitter as Rihanna, Greta Thunberg adds celebrity support for farmer protests. Scripted TV commissions surge as global TV production looks primed for new peaks. Stars Play secures $25 million in debt financing from UAE firm Ruaya Partners, Global Bulletin. Sex education star Asa Butterfield on shooting during pandemic, secrets of show's success, social media. Lifestyle influencer Patricia Bright sets YouTube original with Clinton's hit in Light Productions exclusive. Eddie Izzard, Joe Joyner, and Diosho join cast of Harlan Coben Netflix drama Stay Close exclusive. Ailey Review, a tantalizing at times overly sketchy portrait of a dance visionary. Sony's film and TV profits leap to $212 million in third quarter. Country radio quickly removing Morgan Wallen from playlists after racial slur. Philly DA gives fascinating look at how progressivism can redefine justice, TV review. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Colleges add more in-person classes for spring, amid high risk of coronavirus spread. A rocky road on the way to herd immunity for COVID-19. The U.S. battles coronavirus, but is it fair to compare pandemic to a war? GOP discord once again has Trump at its center. A long time coming, given DHS warning, a look at U.S. domestic extremism threats. With 28 executive orders signed, President Biden is off to a record start. New York repeals walking while trans law. Kroger to close 2 Long Beach stores following city-mandated pandemic pay increase. Explosion on movie set ignites California brush fire, critically injures 3. Pro-Trump election conspiracist Lynn Wood under investigation for illegal voting. The following headlines are from The Week. The reluctant making of a China hawk. Weird and not so weird ways to save money. Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting exactly what she wants. Democrats may only have one chance to stop America from becoming a one-party state. Stephen Bannon, pardoned by Trump, may now be charged over the same scheme in New York. Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, and Trevor Noah dissect the GOP civil war on Marjorie Taylor Greene's loony lies. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler will co-host the Golden Globes from opposite sides of the country. At age 92, former journalist publishes her first book. Divided House approves $5,000 minus $10,000 fines for lawmakers who bypass security screenings. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Payday and car title lenders in Texas won more than $45 million in pandemic aid. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Real Physics Live. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. NASA's Perseverance pays off back home. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Physicists figure out how to make gravitational wave detectors hear 6x more universe. What could we learn from a mission to Phobos? SN9 test ends with a boom, you're up SN10. When galaxies collide, black holes don't always get the feast they were hoping for. Messenger saw a meteoroid strike Mercury. Astronomers are starting to understand the quasar life cycle. Galaxy mergers can boost star formation, and it can also shut it down. A Sun-like star found with 5 exoplanets orbiting it. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, February 3rd. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Watch giant pandas frolic in the snow. Groundhog predicts 6 more weeks of winter. The Stars Shula and Lesith Hair American League Division Series of Spring. Locate Cassiopeia the Queen. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Biden's first 100 days. Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny jailed. McConnell lies low ahead of Trump trial. How Biden can unify America. Opinion: Biden must rally Europe to stand up to Putin. GameStop frenzy prompts Yellen to call meeting with SEC, Fed. Pentagon: Trump administration laid groundwork for Guantanamo vaccinations. Capitol police officer who died after riot lies in honor. Schiff has his eyes on being California's AG and Pelosi's on board with it. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Live coronavirus, potential transmission of UK COVID strain in Melbourne quarantine hotel investigated as WA lockdown continues. Lightbulb moment on gay conversion laws fails to match a real need. An Olympics with no cheering, IOC reveals first COVID playbook. De Silva Seals comeback win for Mariners over Melbourne City. Myanmar police file charges against Aung San Suu Kyi after coup. Worker in Victoria's hotel quarantine program tests positive for COVID-19. Anxious wait for Perth suburbs and fires path as wind fans massive front. Every dog has its day. Advantage Australia, Millman beats Pervolaricus. Police dish out more mask charges amid WA lockdown. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Cannabis Watch, cannabis stocks rally after Chuck Schumer leads drive for reforms that may end federal prohibition. Deep dive, hey, Robinhood traders, these non-bubble stocks can also be good bets for you. In one chart, with Jeff Bezos at helm, Amazon stock performance has made the S&P 500 look like a flat line. Glaxo and CureVac join forces to develop vaccines targeting new COVID-19 variants. GameStop, AMC rise in Wednesday pre-market trade. Here's a simple way to raise your financial IQ. Auto Trader, Mercedes new F squares off with Tesla Model Y in Europe. NerdWallet, 7 credit card perks you should insist on this year. NerdWallet, I come from hardscrabble folks, how this 47-year-old saved $700,000. Europe markets, European stocks and US futures rise as earnings lift big corporates. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. How to protect your intellectual property in the games industry, gamesindustry.biz. Startups and small entities in India to reap benefits under new design rules, intellectual property, India, Mondak News alerts. Wyeth awarded RMB 30.55 million by Hangzhou court, intellectual property, China, Mondak News alerts. Breaking dilemma of burden of proof IPR holders face in civil lawsuit, intellectual property, China, Mondak News alerts. Early warning, cancellation of government subsidies may lead to drop of patent filings, intellectual property, China, Mondak News alerts. Higher Smart Home Tops 2020 Global Smart Home Invention Patent Rankings, empowers scenario-based ecosystem innovation, PR Newswire. Hyundai Mobis files 2,100 patent applications globally in 2020, Business Korea. Valve facing $4 million in fines over controller patent infringement, Shack News. U.S. Navy's UFO-like patent raises questions, Asia Times. Examining EPO's strict new approach to AI patent disclosure, Law 360. The next headlines are from Quartz. Waiting 10 years to start eliminating emissions will cost the U.S. more than $3.5 trillion. Contemporary hip-hop embodies a dynamic Pan-Africanism. Semiconductors helped make Taiwan Asia's top-performing economy in 2020. Clubhouse invite codes are becoming hot merchandise in China. India hopes for a V-shaped recovery, but will it give the unemployed their careers back? What Indian students thought of Nirmala Sitharaman's 2021 budget. Who is Amazon's new CEO, Andy Jassy? The pandemic is making a mess of shipping from China. Exxon's new climate initiative is too little, too late. Vacant sublet space in New York's office market is up 91% since mid-2019. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Japan looks to amend copyright law to force some cosplayers to pay to cosplay. After years of ignoring abuse at a women's prison, Department of Corrections suspends nearly 3 dozen employees. TechDirt Podcast Episode 268, A New Approach to Fighting Online Harassment. No Section 230 has nothing to do with horrific NY Times story of online stalker getting revenge for decades-old slight. Federal court tosses constitutional challenge of FOSTA brought by the only person the feds have used FOSTA against. Daily Deal, the all-in-one developer and project manager exam certification prep bundle. Professional buttholes equate consequences with cancel culture to obscure that they're finally being held accountable. AT&T and Verizon got billions from government, yet laid off 95,000 people in just 5 years. Texas immigration lawyer sues DHS, CBP over seizure and search of his work phone. 6 more Houston cops involved in deadly drug raid are now facing criminal charges. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Celtics. Candace Parker. Morgan Wallen. Fred VanVleet. Celtics vs. Warriors. Tom Moore. Clippers vs. Nets. Pete Buttigieg. Manchester United. AMZN. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Ukrainian teen sensation Matichuk clears the bar at 2.06 meters, threatening to dethrone Maria Lasitskina in women's high jump. Price of domestic normality is strict COVID-19 travel quarantine rules, Scotland's National Clinical Director warns. Humans could safely enter black holes, but it would be a terrifying, one-way trip. Riot police use batons to break up unplanned demonstrations in central Moscow as Navalny supporters protest his prison sentence. I don't want to see them punching each other in the face, ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith slammed for polemic on women's MMA. No new hospitalizations in those who have been vaccinated against COVID-19, says Oxford vaccine chief, but warns of mutant variants. UK government enlists Love Island star Dr. Alex to advocate for youth mental health as children suffer from COVID-related woes. Courtside Karen Juliana Carlos apologizes for notorious clash with LeBron James as she reportedly escapes ban from NBA games. Children of men come true, COVID may 19 reduce male fertility worldwide, scientists warn. South Korea holds drill at international airport ahead of COVID-19 vaccine deliveries. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. The GameStop rebels versus Too Big to Fail. Chinese police arrest ringleader, suspects in fake COVID vaccine ring. Young free speech advocates in UK launch new movement to reimagine the public square. France raises more questions about AstraZeneca jab safety as Oxford releases new data. Von Greyer's paper silver is toxic. Europol warns gangs are selling fake COVID certificates for air travel. UK finds mutations of concern in Bristol and Liverpool, Health Secretary. H.R. 127, a new bill in Congress would literally end your Second Amendment rights permanently. Soldiers of the future, Russia reveals fourth-generation combat gear for 2035. Our oligarchs' crisis of confidence. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Rihanna, Greta Thunberg anger India by supporting farmer protests. Sanders Neiman Gorman's poem, The Mystic Soul of American Folk. Afghan judge killed in Jalalabad, third court official in a month. Today's fake culture war resurrects an old colonial trick. Rapid Action Battalion, Bangladesh's notorious paramilitary force. Can the U.S. confront its domestic terror threat? Italy looks to ex-ECB chief Draghi to end political crisis. UN's top court to rule on U.S. sanctions on Iran. In pictures, out-of-control bushfire burns homes in Australia. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Romney, disingenuous for Republicans to criticize Democrats after big spending under Trump. Joe Biden pays respects to slain Capitol Hill officer Brian Sicknick. Pentagon begins review of advisory committees over concern about Trump appointees. Joe Biden seeks to surge foreign-born voting population ahead of elections. Report, Adam Schiff lobbies to be California Attorney General, could run for Dianne Feinstein's Senate seat. Lindsey Graham defends Liz Cheney, one of the strongest conservative voices. Joe Biden signs order revamping welfare-dependent immigration. Fact check, Democrats launch ad falsely accusing Republicans of backing QAnon. NYC mayoral candidate Andrew Yang tests positive for coronavirus. Michigan let them play files suit against Gretchen Whitmer administration over winter sports ban. The next headlines are from UPI News. Virginia man wins $150,000 lottery prize, thanks to sub sandwich. Watch, wildlife workers squirrel surprise caught on camera. Watch, man finds century-old portraits in hidden attic of New York building. Watch, migratory birds getting drunk on fermented berries in Texas. Watch, 10-foot alligator removed from Florida neighborhood. Watch, canine training exercise in Washington interrupted by wandering bear. Watch, Hollywood sign temporarily reads Hollaboob, 6 people arrested. Look, girl, 4, discovers dinosaur footprint on Welsh beach. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 5 strangest planets in the galaxy. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. 4-year-old girl finds dinosaur footprint on a beach from 215 million years ago. New prostate cancer test makes diagnosis from urine in 20 minutes with near 100% accuracy, researchers say. Mythical creatures made from nature's waste have been popping up in Canadian Park. Rockfish populations rebound after strict management decades ahead of the expected date. These groundhogs came out, then shared a tomato feast at a tiny picnic table. Watch. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, February 3rd. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Name a cockroach after your ex and watch it get eaten for Valentine's Day. Taking the plunge, Indian couple gets married underwater. Village rescinds resolution directing removal of toilet gardens in Potsdam. The nude silhouette TikTok challenge has soured after tutorials spread showing how to remove the filter. How do wombats poop cubes? Scientists get to the bottom of the mystery. Sacred Bones announces album created by a baby still inside the womb. Most and least expensive states for grocery shopping in 2021. Study says 6% will be watching the Super Bowl naked. This candy company will pay you $30 an hour to taste test their sweets. Bridge embarking could be named Bridgie McBridgeface. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Spotify searches don't sync across devices, and it's ridiculous. 5 tips for leaders on how to take stock and get businesses ready for 2021. This Indian state's police force will block passport applications over anti-national social media posts. Surface Pro X long-term review, excellent, if it's not your only PC. How to check your Google Meet video quality before joining a call. Jeff Bezos will no longer be the CEO of Amazon in Q3 2021. Boston Dynamics' terrifying robot dog now has an arm and a self-charging dock. Shopify and dropshipping go hand in hand. This training can show you how. Become a sentient AI on the run from your evil ex in this radically inclusive management game. Sony patents AI that adjusts gameplay difficulty when you're struggling. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Explaining differences between the viruses that cause COVID-19 and SARS. Remyelinating drug could improve vision in patients with multiple sclerosis. COVID-19 lockdowns temporarily raised global temperatures, research shows. Sea level will rise faster than previously thought. Arctic shrubs add new piece to ecological puzzle. Textile sensor patch could detect pressure points for amputees. Study challenges ecology's field of dreams hypothesis. Modeling the brain during pain processing. Researchers create novel photonic chip. A new hands-off probe uses light to explore electron behavior in a topological insulator. The next headlines are from Information Week. Continuous delivery, why you need it and how to get started. The IT leader's new imperative, constructing the culture. For modernization, be nimble, be agile, and go fast. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, February 3rd from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. It's sloppy and closer than expected, and the Utah Jazz don't care, they'll take the win. The triple team, Jazz find their energy, lose it, then find it again to get win over Pistons. Utah fantasy theme park Evermore sues Taylor Swift over alleged trademark infringement. Former Overstock CEO Patrick Byrne describes bluffing his way into Trump's White House. Bill that would allow any billboard in the state to go digital advances through House committee. Jeff Bezos, Amazon's founder, will step down as CEO. Bill aiming to put limits on paid signature gatherers for ballot initiatives advanced by House committee. Robert Gehrke, Utah will likely do away with concealed firearms permits. Here are the problems with that. Zion National Park gets $33 million federal grant for electric shuttles. Bagley cartoon, Bad Boyfriend. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Astronomers detect extended dark matter halo around ancient dwarf galaxy. Amazon's next headquarters is a glass poop emoji covered in trees. Fauci says CDC may recommend wearing 2 masks to fight virus. There's a curious effect urban trees might have on depression. Hacker group inserted malware in Nox Player Android emulator. Tesla recalls roughly 135,000 vehicles over touchscreen failures. Comcast lifts uploads to 5 megabits per second amid complaints its low-income plan is too slow. Miami is considering paying its city employees in Bitcoin. Google Cloud lost $5.61 billion on $13.06 billion revenue last year. Robinhood screwed its users but is more popular than ever. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Point system now in effect for Main Street businesses after officers injured during weekend violence. Family facing eviction asks you paid for it for help on a problem facing thousands of people in our area. Long-acting injection clinic expands into St. Charles County to treat drug and alcohol addiction. St. Louis County gears up for mass vaccinations while requesting more doses. Blues fans ready to return to the Enterprise Center with increased capacity. Lawmakers want to stop the state from taking overpaid unemployment benefits from Missourians. Officer killed in Capitol riot lies in honor before ceremonial departure for Arlington National Cemetery. Man in custody after woman is attacked, sexually assaulted in Forest Park. Major case squad identifies men found dead in Godfrey home. Madison County man accused of setting fire to home with wife, children still inside. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Man with a gun suspect leads police on lengthy chase on 10 freeway in San Gabriel Valley. Feds say South Bay retail fire was accidental, fundraiser launched for injured firefighter. One taken to hospital in Spring Valley shooting. Body of missing man found in lake at North County RV Park. Recall campaign for council president will go live Wednesday. Navy investigating after black sailor finds noose aboard USS Lake Champlain. School district pushes for coronavirus vaccines for teachers. San Diego County COVID-19 cases hit 2-month low. Faulconer calls for California comeback, blasts Newsom in first campaign appearance. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. China news, China launched 3 military spy satellites into orbit. Chinese hackers used SolarWinds bug to spy on U.S. payroll agency, say sources. Israeli cyber firm sold spy tech to South Sudan, investigation finds. Bangladesh bought spyware from Israeli surveillance company. Is Russia targeting Central Intelligence Agency spies with secret weapons? Being a spy is really cool, tweets Central Intelligence Agency. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Huntington Ingalls wins $175 M deal to support U.S. Navy aircraft carriers. Sweden awards contract to Saab for next-generation corvettes. U.S. Army preparing its heavy dump trucks for extremely cold environment. U.S. Navy awards contract to buy systems for air traffic control systems. USS Gabrielle Giffords returns from 17-month rotational deployment. Israel successfully tests advanced version of Iron Dome defense system. U.S. Marine Corps new heavy lift helicopter practices landing in fields. Raytheon gets $290 million contract for F-35 support. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. How China's live stream industry is revolutionizing e-commerce. What are China's favorite sports? Is basketball or soccer number 1? The end of China's golden age. China's top diplomat bashes Trump policies, warns Biden to respect red line issues. Shanghai man wins court victory after being sacked over unplugged vacation time. Mei Lanfang, China's greatest stage performer. China wants teenage boys to man up, but public fears toxic masculinity. Kuwait Shao copyright dispute escalates ahead of Hong Kong IPO. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Political storms swirl around California's new summer amid virus. Taylor Swift sued by Evermore theme park over trademark infringement. Complaint filed against San Francisco after COVID outbreak among city workers. Country star Morgan Wallen apologizes for using racial slur. San Francisco suing its own school district. These 4 Bay Area counties can bring children back into classrooms now. San Mateo extends street closures for outdoor dining. Unexpected piece of furniture arrives at White House with the Bidens. Chadwick Boseman earns 2 nominations for NAACP Image Awards. San Jose firefighters close street for abandoned building fire. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Fundraising feat, Captain Tom's legacy lives in 11-year-old. 122-year-old snow record may be broken, just short of 3 feet. Grains mixed, livestock higher. Stocks give up earlier gains, Google's parent company jumps. Biden, Harris pay respects to Capitol officer killed in riot. Service sector operates at highest level in almost 2 years. Netflix once again dominates Golden Globe TV nominations. Deshaun to the Bears, stay for away, Hub Arkush says. It's official, COVID-19 restrictions loosened across the suburbs. Mank leads Golden Globe nominees with 6, Netflix dominates. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle City Council President Lorena Gonzalez enters 2021 mayoral race. Washington wildlife officials ask residents to take down bird feeders amid outbreak of salmonellosis. Seattle City Council unanimously approves updates to construction and energy codes. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 1821. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.7 m, depth 10 km, in West Chile rise March 2, 2021, 5:23 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.6 m, depth 10 km, in Vanuatu March 2, 2021, 0:42 UTC, few people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. A new approach to domestic terrorism. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. 10-year-old boy reported missing while riding bike in West Houston found safe. How our minds respond to watching traumatic experiences play out on TV and online. Miguel Cardona, Joe Biden's pick for Education Secretary, vows to tackle problems worsened by COVID-19. Family warns of rare illness linked to COVID-19 after 8-year-old son hospitalized. Simple fixes can pay off when selling your home. Comcast changes data usage rates, what you need to know. Suspected murderer caught in Louisiana after nearly a year on the run. Jeff Bezos sends heartfelt farewell letter to Amazon employees. 3 cold fronts are coming to Houston. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Czech court ruling on electoral law to help small parties. U.S. extends sole remaining nuclear arms treaty with Russia. Schumer, McConnell end standoff to organize 50-50 Senate. Odom Jr., HER, Andra Day score Golden Globe music nods. Kate Hudson in, Spike Lee out in more Golden Globe chaos. Supreme Court sides with Germany in Nazi-era art dispute. Hard-hit Czech Republic reaches 1 million confirmed cases. Jasmine Sullivan talks Super Bowl gig in Whitney, Houston. Young Readers edition of Michelle Obama's book out in March. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Cuomo opens door for restaurant workers, taxi drivers to get vaccinated. Can NYC handle it? Coronavirus updates. NYC Health Commissioner tests positive for COVID-19. Early edition. Wednesdays are for chumps. Today is Little Saturday. Former council member James Gennaro takes commanding lead in District 24 special election. Data, Staten Island Chuckle Punxsutawney Phil, which groundhog is historically more accurate? Extra, ready for the next snowstorm? City landmarks downtown Brooklyn row house believed to be Underground Railroad stop. 5 male contenders say they want NYPD officers to live in NYC. Would that change anything? NYC charter schools report increase in enrollment as public schools lose students. Where does the February 1st snowstorm rank in all NYC snow events? We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag was detected near Norsup in Vanuatu. Minor earthquake, 3.35 mag was detected near San Antonio in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag was detected near Peru-Ecuador border region. Moderate earthquake 5.1 mag, 68 kilometers east by southeast of Puange, Tonga. Light earthquake, 4.7 mag was detected near Puerto El Triunfo in El Salvador. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag has occurred near Ust-Kamchatsk Stary in Russia. Light earthquake, M4.2 quake has struck near Zacualpa in Mexico. Moderate earthquake 5 mag, 39 kilometers east of Tondan, Guinea. Minor earthquake, M3.83 quake has struck near Otrabanda in Dominican Republic. Minor earthquake 3.83 mag, 16 kilometers east of Ocotillo, CA. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Nepal struggles to preserve its indigenous languages as those speaking them dwindle. Myanmar looks back in fear and anger after military coup. The Afghan dilemma for the Biden-Harris administration. Road to hell paved with good intentions. As army takes over, fear and uncertainty grip Myanmar citizens. A counter-narrative, ruminations around Holocaust Memorial Day. Caught in tangled web of vaccine nationalism. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Everything about the Biden administration is fake. Former ECB chief Mario Draghi tapped to lead Italy as government collapses. Trump nominated for Nobel Peace Prize over Israel-UAE peace deal. NY Times calls for Biden to appoint reality czar to fight misinformation. CDC orders air travelers to unmask for government surveillance. Lebanon, British embassy infiltrates military intelligence, provides snooping equipment, indoctrinates young Palestinians. Dubai has announced the creation of a space court in order to settle off-planet commercial disputes. Cops chilling suicide note calls for ending drug war, racist policing, and unity between left and right. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Fauci warns against Super Bowl parties to avoid virus spread. Wu-Tang Clan or Wuhan, T-shirt ignites new China candidate. UK says new study vindicates delaying second virus vaccine shot. McCarthy meets with Rep. Green, GOP faces Cheney decision. Did ex-KGB spy say Russia cultivated Trump as an asset for 40 years? SpaceX's second Starship test flight ends with another kaboom. Death threat against 11-year-old activist outrages Colombia. Did Myanmar use Dominion or Smartmatic election software? No, opposites do not attract. Did Publix heiress donate $300K to fund the Capitol riot? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. See check video, don't confuse the virus with the disease. Video uses bogus claims to stoke race-based fears of COVID-19 vaccine. Meme misleads on early actions by Biden. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Biden to House Dems, Republican plan just not in the cards. Golden Globe shuts out Spike Lee after choosing his kids to hand out trophies. Cheering and celebrating with family band as COVID looms over Japan Olympics. Scouted gift pick, please repeats unique everyday jewelry. The shockingly realistic porn movie that has Sundance talking. The powerful animated documentary that stunned Sundance. The black, queer, gender non-binary lawyer who inspired RBG. The GOP's just one heart attack away from running the Senate again. With a fool for a client, Trump gives himself a crackpot defense. COVID mutation spell catastrophe for Black America. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Man randomly pushes strap hanger onto NYC subway tracks in latest attack. Health workers in Myanmar stop working amid COVID-19 outbreak to protest coup. The 13 best online flower delivery services for Valentine's Day 2021. Travis Kelce's girlfriend relives playoff memories before Super Bowl 2021. Golden Globe snubs and surprises, boring retreads, shocking oversights. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. The beginning to the end of the universe. How black holes die. The beginning to the end of the universe. A cold, lonely death. The beginning to the end of the universe. Exploring the shape of space-time. Watch SpaceX's Starship prototype SN9 ends its test with a bang. Apes, robots and men, a life and death of the first space chimp. The beginning to the end of the universe. The mystery of dark energy. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Visby Medical CEO on developing a portable PCR test for coronavirus. Groundhog Day 2021, Punxsutawney Phil makes his prediction. SpaceX Starship prototype explodes on landing in test flight. Vaccine rollout gains speed as threat grows from COVID variants. U.S. vaccination efforts pick up speed as experts warn of variant threat. Book Club plots to vaccinate community. Book Club takes on vaccinating community. Pregnant women concerned about COVID vaccine over lack of data. Astronomers find origins of galactic cannibalism in dark matter halo. Northeast pummeled with heavy snow and fierce wind. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Alien life on Mars bombshell, physicist Brian Cox admits alien life must exist in space. Horrified dog food factory worker saw 7 feet telepathic alien mantis while cycling home. Bitcoin mining is hindering the search for alien life. Why aliens likely exist and visited us in 2017, according to Harvard's top astronomer. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. 95-year-old New Jersey church destroyed after roof collapses from snow, report. Geraldo Rivera says he'll quit GOP if Rep. Liz Cheney is booted over Trump impeachment vote. NYC Health Commissioner Dr. Chokshi tests positive for COVID. Rep. Green warns Republicans against punishing her. GOP faces Rep. Cheney decision. Texas officials send out Amber Alert for knife-wielding Chucky doll, his son Glenn. Man arrested at Orlando airport for allegedly trying to board plane with 22 pounds of meth, claims drugs weren't his. Biden's pays somber tribute to slain Capitol Police officer killed by rioters. De Blasio to announce NYC Transportation Commissioner and installation of 10,000 new bike racks. Biden gives first network TV interview to CBS to air before the Super Bowl. Billionaire raffling off spare seat on all civilian SpaceX flight to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. The following headlines are from military.com. Navy IDs 57 ways to fix inequality in the ranks in the wake of George Floyd's death. Sig Sauer delivers final next-generation squad weapon prototypes to Army. FBI joins investigation into 2 bodies found on Fort Bragg. Black sailor finds noose on USS Lake Champlain, sparking investigation. Air Force vet, Capitol Police officer who died after riot lies in honor. U.S. Navy drops charges against SEAL accused of sexual assault. Germany, Thai Afghanistan troop pullout to talks progress. Navy task force calls for changing ship names that honor Confederacy. Senate confirms Mayorkas as Biden's Homeland Security chief. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Did you get the coronavirus vaccine? Tell us how it went. Watch Live, Chicago officials discuss preparations for weekend's Arctic blast. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, COVID-19 restrictions loosened in 4 more suburban counties including DuPage, Lake. Man digging out parking spot in Noble Square has Lexus carjacked, 4 caught later in car but none charged in attack, cops say. Woman stabbed ex-boyfriend, critically wounding him in fight, Chicago police say. Vibrant 15-year-old girl dies after being in critical condition since Chicago 2 Evanston shooting rampage, 5th dead in spree killings. Daywatch, new way to sign up for COVID vaccine, what to know about the CPS-CTU talks and how a can shortage has left Chicago breweries scrambling. Column, Stacey Abrams deserves the Nobel Peace Prize, Black Lives Matter does not. Column, one measure of COVID-19, almost every living American has had a pandemic birthday. How a fight over slot machines led state investigators to probe 2 Illinois video gambling kings. The following headlines are from FIS.org. NASA creates new senior climate advisor role. European hibernating bats cope with white nose syndrome which kills North American bats. A revolutionary approach to increasing crop yield in rice. A deadly fungus is killing frogs, but the bacteria on their skin could protect them. On the dot, novel quantum sensor provides new approach to early diagnosis via imaging. Mailing it in, getting the word out on getting the ballots in. What impact does Airbnb have on local housing prices and rents? Soil bacteria hormone discovery provides fertile ground for new antibiotics. From rust to reish, computing goes green, or is that brown? The Arctic Ocean was covered by a shelf ice and filled with fresh water. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, February 3rd, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. What is the scientific method and how did it shape science? The Taj Mahal, can India save this corroding beauty? Soon, you could be wearing mushroom leather, but will it be better for the environment? The 9 best CBD oils for arthritis. Medical reviews, shocking scam controversy about fake bills. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. AP source, twins reach 1 year, $13 deal with D.H. Nelson Cruz. Draghi brings market savvy, gravitas to tame Italy's crises. Japan regrets Sri Lanka's scrapping of port terminal deal. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Meg leads Golden Globe nominees with 6, Netflix dominates. California's coronavirus outlook continues to improve, but deaths keep coming. Salma Hayek admits being fooled by Hilaria Baldwin's extreme Spanish act. Real estate, big office, retail center may refresh downtown Burlingame. Very shocked Chinese misconstrue Canadians' t-shirts, file formal complaint. Driver pain, economy gain, California gas prices at pandemic high. Man shot in Oakland attempted home robbery. Richard Sherman to the Raiders, he seems interested, and so is John Gruden. Golden Globes 2021, see the full list of nominees. Large flock of birds eating San Jose couple out of house and home. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Icebreaker sent to clear ice jams on St. Clair River. NYC Health Commissioner says he's tested positive for virus. Los Angeles and police union reach deal amid budget woes. Joe Biden, no family members will be involved in any government undertaking. Calls grow in Germany to punish vaccine queue jumpers. Leader says Serbia is proud to give citizens Chinese vaccine. Indonesia to deport British woman who married militant. Judge awards $2.50 and 2 former student rape while abroad. The next headlines are from The Intercept. The Border Patrol calls itself a humanitarian organization. A new report says that's a lie. Inside China's police state tactics against Muslims. Russia moves to stifle dissent after poison Putin critic Alexei Navalny is sentenced. A Honduran migrant caravan collides with the U.S. vertical border in Guatemala. Inside the brutal power struggle at Homeland Security. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Epigenomic map reveals circuitry of 30,000 human disease regions. Personalized screening to identify teens with high suicide risk. Urban agriculture in Chicago does not allow consumers to rely solely on local food. Zoom bombing research shows legitimate meeting attendees cause most attacks. Sleep deprivation may exacerbate frailty's effects on mental health in older adults. Study suggests environmental factors had a role in the evolution of human tolerance. Modern anti-cancer drugs work via tiny molecular motions. Emergency department visits for mental health, overdose and violence before, during COVID-19 pandemic. Thanks to machine learning, the future of catalyst research is now. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 4 teens arrested after man carjacked while shoveling snow in Noble Square. Dr. Fauci warns against hosting Super Bowl parties because of coronavirus risk. CPS might get about 1,000 shots. CTU is asking for more. Hive updates. IC Catholics Kyle Franklin signs with Indiana State. Golden Globe nominations lead to more than a few questions for Hollywood foreign press. Country star Morgan Wallen apologizes after video shows use of racial slur. Notre Dame uses big second half run to top Wake Forest 79-58. Wind chill of -30 possible this weekend in worst cold snap in 2 years. Trial of Chicago 7, Mank, Hamilton among Golden Globe nominees. 3-year-old child shot in Gary. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. St. Louis restaurant openings and closings, January 2021. The cash and consequences of for-profit online education in Missouri. Hartman, the right to mow down protesters is just a start. The best seed banks, online, that ships to USA, top 10 products 2021. Pelvic floor strong reviews, 2021, is it worth buying? The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Some older Michigan residents express frustration over vaccine. Best millionaire dating sites that actually work, find rich successful dates. Diagnosing healthcare in America, the case for Medicare for all. The Republican Party cannot decouple itself from extremism. Detroit rock and roll photographer and activist Lenny Sinclair unearths works for new exhibit in book. Savage Love, Quickies. Free Will Astrology, February 3rd to 9th. The Irritable Hand of the Free Market. Congress. Best Keto Diet Pills 2021, Top BHB Ketosis Supplements for Weight Loss. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Lupin, the story of a gentleman thief in France on Netflix. Streaming Concert Watch 2/3, Chromia, Reverend Horton Heat and more. For Black History Month, Rocco plays Bonds, Margaret Bonds. Poll, Houston Texan fans blame Cal McNair for the Deshaun Watson fiasco. Apparently Sharpstown has a yucca thief. The 4 most important action items for new Texans HC David Culley. Houston Grand Opera's concert of arias goes virtual. The next headlines are about world records making news. State Minister Manandhar gets Guinness World Record Certificate, Kabar Hub. A new world record set during Delhi-Mumbai Expressway construction, the Federal. BP's Greater Tortue Ammonia project set for world record offshore operation, Upstream Online. Greater Victoria teen tackles 3 world records for solving Rubik's Cubes while hula hooping, Sonich News. Guinness Museum holds world record auction, WGRZ.com. Tallest stack of tortillas, world record set by Angel Zayas, World Record Academy. Ariana Grande notches her 20th Guinness World Record thanks to Positions, Music News, AtmosRadioOnline.com. Patel Infrastructure creates world record for laying pavement quality concrete, BW Business World. What's the story behind Lee Zicki and her record-breaking YouTube videos? South China Morning Post. Chinese vlogger Lee Zicki sets new Guinness World Record with 14.1 million YouTube subscribers, CGTN. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Under a White Sky asks if we can fix nature, or if we even should. More good vaccine news, early data suggests AstraZeneca shot can lower transmission risk. The Bella Pro Series Toaster Air Fryer Hybrid Wonder Machine is just $70. Remy saved me from a bad toothache and another trip to the dentist, too. Think you have it bad? Try living in Perth, Australia, right now. I think we can all agree that a hacked Apple-themed Game Boy is the best Apple TV remote. Update your Mac OS 2 Big Sur 11.2 for these bug fixes. Updates from Obi-Wan Kenobi, House of the Dragon, and more. Scientists are looking beyond antibiotics to stop the drug-resistant bacterial crisis. Days blurring together, add structure with these apps. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Majuro Atoll in Marshall Islands in Europe at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ekayachchayu in Russia at minus 66.28 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 54.6 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Borderlands studio gets scooped up in deal worth up to $1.37 billion. On EVA first launch, Firefly revamps board of directors, may go public. Destruction All-Stars review, amazing PS5 car combat, in spite of speed bumps. We have finally played the Lost, official GoldenEye 007 remaster for Xbox 360. Putting the latest Starship crash into perspective, it's stupidly difficult. New study cracks the case of why food sticks to center of non-stick pans. New COVID cases dropping, but worrying signs on the horizon. B.1.1.7 coronavirus variant is picking up a worrisome new mutation. AI is getting back into college football without NCAA player licenses. Containerize all the things with Ubuntu Core 20. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Craven and ineffectual, Kevin McCarthy blasted for being unprepared to handle QAnon Congresswoman. Elizabeth Warren vows to introduce wealth tax as first order of business as new member of powerful finance committee. Trump's longtime Deutsche Bank lender forced out over a real estate deal with company linked to Jared Kushner. Golden-tongued Egyptian mummies discovered near Alexandria. Schumer and McConnell finally agreed to Senate power-sharing pact as Dems take control of committees, report. How aching Sean Hannity is the face of Fox News post-Trump identity crisis. U.S. extends New START nuclear treaty with Russia as rifts rise. Why Republicans cannot dump Trump, the future of the GOP looks as bleak as its past. Fox News ripped as disgraceful for ignoring ceremony for Capitol cop killed in Trump insurrection. New bill aims to scrap ludicrous mandate forcing Postal Service to pre-fund retiree benefits decades in advance. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. COVID has turned these nursing home residents into activists fighting to show their lives matter. President Biden has the most ambitious climate change plan in U.S. history. Will it be enough to save the planet? The My Pillow guy went on Newsmax and even they cannot stand his BS. Biden is trying to jettison Trump's cruel remain in Mexico policy. It's not going to be easy. Joe Biden just signed an executive order to start undoing the misery wrought by family separation. Elizabeth Warren plans to introduce wealth tax in the Senate. How a drive-through manager rescued a COVID-19 vaccination clinic. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez reveals she is a survivor of sexual assault. How a legacy of organizing among domestic workers helped turn Georgia blue. 3 big questions the Senate Agriculture Committee needs to ask Tom Vilsack. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Journey work of the stars, Scientific American. Local physicist makes case for possible alien life, WGBH.org, WGBH.org. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Neural activity controls mitochondrial transfer of RNA modifiers to the nucleus, phys.org. Elon Musk's Neuralink to start human trials this year, as long as things go well, Tislarity. Experimental compound revives memory in Alzheimer's disease mice, genetic engineering and biotechnology news. Full text, 2R, 6R, hydroxynorketamine alleviates electroconvulsive shock-induced NDT, Dove Medical Press. The eyes look but the brain sees, Primetime News, Primetime News. Scientists find promising avenue to restore cognitive function impaired by Alzheimer's disease, Uric Alert. Neuroscientists discover promising way to restore cognitive function impaired by Alzheimer's disease, C-Tech Daily. Learning to drive and navigate significantly changes the brain. Science Times. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. The Travis Walton alien abduction. Did UFO kidnap Navajo County man? That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.